Hi boys and girls, hi families, hope you guys are all doing well. Today's a beautiful day and let's make it a great day, okay? So today we're going to focus on Module 4, Lesson 15. Module 4, Lesson 15. Okay, so we're going to quickly start out with our fluency practice, our application problem, and then our conceptual development. Basically the lesson actual concept for today, okay? So let's look at our fluency practice. Add 10 to the whole. Add 10 to the whole. So basically we're going to add 10 to this whole right here. So we have 11 minus 9. It turns into 21 minus 9 because 11 plus 10 is 21. Moving on, 21 minus 9 turns into 31 minus 9. 31 minus 9 turns into 41 minus 9. 41 minus 9 turns into 51 minus 9. Amazing, amazing job. So now we're going to move on to our application problem. I'm going to read it twice. You are going to use the read, draw, write strategy to solve it. And as you notice, the first step is read. So let me start reading. Okay. There are 136 students in second grade at Miles Davis Heights Elementary. 27 of them bought bag lunches to school. The rest buy the hot lunch. How many students are buying hot lunch? Again, there are 136 students in second grade at Miles Davis Elementary. 27 of them brought bag lunches to school. The rest buy hot lunch. How many students are buying hot lunch? Okay, so now, first I would like for you to pause this video, stop and think, and talk to your family members or whoever you're next to about how you would solve this problem. Try to conceptually represent this and then try to solve it. Pause. Unpause. Okay, great. So here you go. First, what I did, again, your process might not be the same as my process, and that's okay. You can use a different strategy. It does not have to be the same as Dr. Khan, okay? So what I'm going to do first, I always like to conceptually represent, or most of the time I like to conceptually represent what's really going on in the problem. Basically, I transfer from written to just in mathematical form to just kind of using number bonds or tape diagrams to represent it. It helps me organize it in my brain. So conceptual representation helps organize the problem in your brain. So here I represented it using a number bonds, 136 as a total, right? 27 students bought bag lunches, and we do not know how many students bought hot lunches. So this helps me conceptually see it. Moving on, I use a tape diagram for 136 on the top, 27 representing the bag lunches, and hot lunches are missing. So again, whole, part, one part is missing. Whole, part, one part is missing. It helps me see the whole part connection. Okay, now I'm going to solve it. So the second step I'm using is solving it. So I have 136 minus 27. So according to this, the steps, represent it the vertical way. I did do that. Ask myself, do I have to unbundle? Is the top number smaller in the ones column? And then 3, solve it. Okay. And then 4, check the answer using the place value chart. Ignore 5. We will go to the we will revisit this in a few. So here, so I'm going to look at my top number in the ones column. Do I have enough? I don't have enough. I have 6 ones and minus 7 ones. That's not going to work. So I'm going to have to what? Alert, alert, cross, cross, unbundle. Alert, alert, cross, cross, unbundle. You can use whatever strategy, whatever technique to help you understand this process. So I have 6 ones. Okay, I'm going to unbundle that. 3 tens. So I'm going to take 1 10 from there, and this turns into 16 ones. Now I have 2 tens left over because I took 1 10 from there. 16 ones minus 7 ones, 9 ones. 2 tens minus 2 tens, 0 tens, 100. I bring it down, and there's 109. Excellent. I'm not done yet because according to this chart, I can use a place value chart to check my answer. So I have my ones column, the tens column, and the hundreds. I represent firstly 136. Okay, 6 ones minus 7 ones. That's not going to work. I'm going to unbundle. So So I'm unbundling that 110. This turns into 10 ones, right? So now I have 16 ones all together here. 16 ones minus 7 ones. 5, 6, 7. How much do I have left over? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there you go. 16 ones minus 7 ones, 9 ones. Moving on. 2 tens minus 2 tens. So I have 2 tens, take away 2 tens. I have 0 tens. And then I have that 100 left, 100 that's still there. 100 minus, not taking anything away. So bring it down, 109. Do they check off? Yes, they do. Check, check. Amazing work. You guys are awesome. You're doing an amazing, amazing job. Continue the hard work. Now, moving on to our conceptual development. Represent subtraction with and without decomposition when there is a 3-digit minuend. Okay, same learning objective as the last lesson, lesson 14. However, the only difference here is we're adding a second way of checking your work, which involves addition. So we're using addition to check our answer, okay? And I'll explain that process in a few minutes. So let's look at our learning objective a little bit more closely, with and without decomposition. So basically, sometimes we're going to have to unbundle, and sometimes we will not. But with this lesson, I'm just using problems that you are going to need to decompose, okay, or unbundle. And why do I use decompose, unbundle simultaneously? Because you want to know different words. I mean, words can be said in different ways, right? One word can be said in different ways. Like decompose means the same thing as unbundle. Unbundle means the same thing as breaking apart, right? So you want to get used to this terminology. Anyway, and then it says to use using a 3-digit minuend. What does that mean? Basically, that top number here is going to be 3 digits. When you're using subtractions, this is called a minuend, and it's a 3-digit number. That's all it means. So don't get confused. Okay? Awesome. So watch the teacher. I'm going to explain this process using this number sentence. 172 minus 48. 172 minus 48. So the first step is represent it the vertical way. 172 minus 48. I have to make sure my numbers are in alignment, right, according to the units. So ones, right, ones column, tens column, hundreds. And also I have to make sure I am being precise. In math, we have to be precise. Otherwise, we can get the wrong answer, right, very quickly. What do I mean by precise? Checking our work, making sure our numbers are in alignment. We have the correct numbers, right? We're not computing the wrong numbers. So those are all techniques you can use to be precise. Okay, so 172 minus 48. Okay, so let's move on here. I look at the ones column, right? Look at the top number. Is the top number too small? Yes. Alert, alert, cross, cross, unbundle. Alert, alert, cross, cross, unbundle. Okay, so I'm going to take 110 from here. This turns into 12 ones. 12 ones minus 8 ones. This turns into 6 tens now, right? Because we took 110 away. So now it's 172 minus 48. This is how it should be represented. Do you see that? Okay, let's move on here. And we're going to actually solve it. 12 ones minus 8 ones is 4 ones. 6 tens minus 4 tens is 2 tens. We bring down the 100. 124 is our answer. Okay, great, great work. Now we're going to check our work using what? The place value chart. So first step, we represent 172. Okay? Then we have to look at the ones column. We notice that the ones column, we have 2 ones. We do not have enough. Okay, so we're going to have to take that 110 and we're going to unbundle this 110 and turn it into 10 ones. So now you have how many here? 12 ones here. Okay, so that's how you see that representation. Now let's move on here. We're going to actually solve this further. We have the 12 ones, right, minus 8 ones. So we take away 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 4 ones left over. There's the 4 ones. Do you see that? Excellent work. Then we move on and we take away 6. We have 6 tens left over, right? There's the 6, 5, right? 5, 6, because we already dealt with this 110. And then we take away 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 tens left over, okay? And then there's a 100, 100. The answer is 124. Do they check off? Yes, they do. This checks with this. Amazing, amazing work. We are done with those steps. Now we added a second step, which is check the answer using addition. Check the answer using addition. Okay, how do we do that? And what does that even mean, right? Okay, great. So we can check this in addition to using a place value chart. We can use another method to solve this. Basically, you create a number bond to show the total and parts. Okay? So we create a number bond. So here's the 172, remember? And then we have 48 as one of the parts and 124 because that's the answer we got. Okay. The second step is we add the parts together. We add the parts to get the total. And then we have to see if there's a match. So let's see. So we add the 124, that's one part, to 48, and we have to see if we get 172. And if that's correct, basically look, these are the parts, right? Parts. And there's the whole. Do you see that? We just represented it here with a number bond. The same problem. Now we're going to use addition to check if we get 172. And if they match, you know your answer is correct. Let's see. So 4 ones plus 8 ones is 12 ones, right? So we put the two ones here, and we take the 110 up there, right? So we have 2 tens plus, we put it here. There's the 110. Two tens plus 4 tens plus 110 is 7 tens. And then we take that 100, bring it down. We have 172. Do they match? Let's look. Does it match to the total? Yes, it does. Oh my goodness. We did an amazing job. Now we know a second method to use in addition to place value charts to check our answers. So we had 172 minus 48 equals 124, right? We created a number bond to show the total and the parts because we figured out that missing part. Remember, go back. Remember this if you used a tape diagram or if you used a number bond originally conceptually represent this, you would be able to see this. But again, you can create your number bond now and look at it. There's a total part, and then you add the 124. You're adding this plus 48. These guys right here to get that total, and you check it. If it checks off, check. So you have a check with the place value chart and the addition check off. Amazing work. I hope this helped you guys, boys and girls. You guys are doing an amazing job. And next week with my class, we are going to show some of the strategies that we use for this application problem. So the original application problem, do not get rid of those, save those, because I want to see what other strategies you use. If it's the same as mine or different, and I want us to share that next week when we have our live meet. Okay? Great job. Good work. Yay. Awesome. So proud of you guys.